Let's move on to the fourth habit, which says get the big picture. Get the big picture मतलब क्या? हमारा एकेडमिक रीडिंग हमारे दिमाग में इतना बैठ गया है ना कि वी फॉरगेट दैट दीज बुक्स व्हिच आर आउट ऑफ सिलेबस, व्हिच आर हम खुद से पढ़ रहे हैं ना, इसमें कुछ एग्जाम नहीं होने वाला है, यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू बी टेस्टेड ऑन द इंफॉर्मेशन, वी फॉरगेट कि इस पे कोई एग्जाम नहीं होने वाला है, सो देयर इज नो नीड ऑफ परफेक्शन. You don't have to gain mastery on each and every book. There is a difference between learning and studying. Yeah, study मतलब जो हम स्कूल कॉलेज में किया ना, there are marks, there is reward, there is punishment, perfection is expected. वो studying है, right? Learning अलग है. See, whatever your mother tongue is, so I'm a Marathi guy. I learned to speak Marathi before I joined my school. We all, right? Your own mother tongue. फिर स्कूल में जाके वी स्टडीड मराठी और मदर टंग. मतलब क्या? टू लर्न मराठी I was not required to know the grammar. Just by listening to my parents at home, I started learning Marathi. And then स्कूल में जाके मुझे टीचर ने बोला व्याकरण क्या होता है, ये होता है, क्या होता है, प्रेसी राइटिंग क्या होता है, राइट? दैट इज स्टडी. आई होप यू गेट द डिफरेंस बिटवीन स्टडिंग एंड लर्निंग. You learn swimming, you learn driving, you learn cooking. You don't study them. Study is no perfection. Learning is work in progress. So even if यहाँ पे हमको क्या करना है, ये जो बुक्स है, Monk Who Sold His Ferrari and 48 Laws of Power and Start with Why and 5 a.m. Club and Think Like a Monk, जो भी मैं How to Win Friends and Influence People, इस पे आपको you have to get the big picture and skip the details. एक वर्ड ऐसा ग्रास्प नहीं करना है हमको. Even if you learn 3 big ideas from a book, मैं बोलूंगा बस हो गया है. Rest all is bonus. Are you getting my point? You don't have to gain mastery or you remember each and every line. You really think मैंने 1966 books पढ़े हैं? Do you really think I remember each and every line from that book? I'll go mad. But you put your finger on any of the books on my bookshelf and I'll be able to speak for 15 minutes on that book. Guarantee. Why? कुछ तो बोलते हैं ना, गुजराती लोग बोलते हैं मोटा मोटी. मुझे एक बॉलपार्क आइडिया पता है कि what that author is saying in that book. See, whenever I open a book, I have only one question of curiosity in my mind. And that question is, what does this author know that I don't know? इसीलिए हम पढ़ते हैं ना कि इसने कुछ किया है, स्पेशलाइज्ड किया है, प्रोक्रास्टिनेशन के विषय पे 10 साल काम किया है साले ने, तो ऐसा क्या है जो मुझे नहीं पता. Usually, it's very unfortunate कि if you see whether the book is of 200 pages, 300 pages, actually the knowledge, the core concentrated knowledge is not more than 20 pages. But if an author takes a 20 pages book to a publisher, वो खड़ा भी करेगा क्या उसको? So to win a notorious publisher, unfortunately authors have to fatten the book with lots of illustrations, anecdotes, experiments, statistics. रिपीट भी करते. मेरे बुक में मैंने 2 कॉन्सेप्ट्स रिपीट किए हैं to show that it is very important. Okay. Now, why my book is only of 60 pages? Because मैं कभी publisher के पास गया ही नहीं. I have 50 lakh readers a click away from me. So I did not approach a publisher. So I had it liberty. So I think there is some scope for revolution here. Slim books of 100 pages, 50 pages. And you know what? Not a single person who has bought this book, अब तक 50,000 बुक्स तो बिके होंगे, not a single person has said that I've left this book half read, क्योंकि वो बुक देख के ही ऐसा लगता है गोल बहुत छोटा है, ये तो पढ़ के हो जाएगा. When we see something huge, we feel overwhelmed and we don't get started. तो उससे मुझे एक आइडिया है कि हाउ टू अप्रोच अ बुक नॉट टू फील ओवरवेल्म्ड. 300 पेजेस की बुक देखेंगे, अभी ये वाला बुक है सपोज द 4 hour वर्क वीक, इतनी मोटी किताब है, देख के मन में आता है अरे बाप रे 392 पेजेस. अरे बाप रे ऐसा आता है ना, बिकॉज आवर ब्रेन हेट्स ह्यूमंगस टास्क, बिग टास्क. हमको छोटी छोटी चीजें पसंद है. So what I do is I have changed the approach. Anyway, I'm going to read only one chapter at a time. You never feel overwhelmed or regretting feeling कभी आती नहीं है after reading a newspaper. Do you ever complete the newspaper? Complete पढ़ के होता है क्या एक दिन में? Never. But have you ever got the feeling, अरे मैंने सिर्फ 5 ही आर्टिकल्स पढ़े आज न्यूज़पेपर में, बाकी के पढ़े ही नहीं. I'm a bad newspaper reader. नहीं, why? Because each article is complete in itself. And we always love that sense of completion. कुछ अधूरा नहीं छोड़ा मैंने, वो आर्टिकल पढ़ा. So when it comes to books, why not look at each chapter as independent article? And this book is just coincidentally a bunch of all those articles. And I have the liberty to read any kind of article I want. I did not read all the articles. See, I'm giving you different ways of changing your approach towards a book. सिर्फ वो देख के आप रख दोगे बुक सेल पे और फिर वो धूल खाता बैठेगा अगला 2 साल तक. So I'm just giving you some hacks, some mindful hacks, which will reduce that feeling of overwhelm, and you'll at least get started. Honestly, मैं कितने सारे बुक्स सब चैप्टर्स पढ़ता ही नहीं हूँ. इनफैक्ट मैंने नॉर्मल बिहेवियर क्या मालूम है. So my favorite part of the book is index. I hate a book which doesn't have an index, except fictional books, because navigation बहुत difficult हो जाता है. So I go through the index, देखता हूँ कि अच्छा chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 4 का नाम एकदम exciting है, कभी सुना नहीं है. So I directly jump to chapter number 4. And then what I do is, I read the first paragraph. Then I go through all the special texts. You know what is a special text? Italics में लिखा रहता है, वो बॉक्स में लिखा रहता है, कभी कभी बोल्ड किया रहता है, the titles, the subtitles, quote किया हुआ रहता है. I call them as special texts. So I go through all of them because मतलब ऑथर चिल्ला चिल्ला करके बोल रहा है ना कि भाई this is important, पर वो हम सब इग्नोर करते हैं and we give importance to each and every word. But when the author is through this special text, the author is shouting, this is important. He is also saying, this is not important. But हमको दिमाग में आता नहीं, हमको लगता है each and every word is important. No, he's highlighting it for some reason. I have done it at every 3-4 page in my book because I want to highlight कि ये ज़्यादा important है, ये दिमाग में रखो, बाकी का नहीं रखा तो भी चलेगा. All right. Then I go through all those special texts and then I read the last paragraph, because usually the non-fiction writers have the tendency to summarize the chapter in the last paragraph. So this takes hardly 5 minutes for me. And then I take a call, should I read the chapter in detail? कि मुझे कुछ नया सीखने को मिला क्या? कुछ ऐसा हटके मिला क्या exciting? नहीं, तो forget the chapter. Okay, I'll check another chapter. और ऐसे बार-बार अगर चैप्टर हो रहा है तो I'll quit the book then. कि नहीं, ये तो इसमें कुछ नया है नहीं. There is no problem in quitting a book, okay? It's okay to quit the book. Don't quit reading. That's my message. All right. So get the big picture. Is it very clear? We have to focus on learning and not studying. Okay, 2, 3, 4 big ideas from the book, and that's all. And you have to explain those ideas to your